Alright, fellow dragons, it's finally time for Norn9. So we have a problem though. Only one person, excluding Katri, voted in the poll. Only one. Now, Katri's votes for Natsuhiko and Senri do not count. So we've had to go to the wheel. However, the one person that voted, their vote does count, so Akito wins overall. Which is why the wheel before you has Akito as a spin again. We're going to be doing... Akito gets to do the Fugue route. Or Fugue, whatever. The after stories. Automatically. Because of the result of the vote. Let's get hide that. That doesn't need to be there. So, how this is going to work is we're going to spin the wheel, and whoever it lands on out of these 8 gets to do the concerto previous games events from the perspective of the guys' routes. Akito may be a spin again, but that just means that we do his, if it lands on Akito, we do both, he gets both, and we still spin again to see who else we do. That's what I seem to do. So, spin. Who we got? Who's it gonna land on? Okay. We get to know what the fuck Natsuhiko was thinking. Alright. Having Akito as a spin again was pointless. It's fine. Alright, no longer need this tab. Oh, I think y'all see the void. Give me a moment. Y'all are seeing infinity probably. Yeah. Capture card, capture card, capture card. Uh-oh. Oh wait, no, that's game capture. Never mind. There. There we go. Now y'all are seeing the capture card. Alright. So that means we're going into this. Welcome to episode 1 of Norn9 Last Era, Natsuhiko Concerto. Yes, obviously, we're doing this. I only have an hour to record before work. In fact, not even a full hour at this point. Since I'm going to... Wait a minute. Did I mess up? No. Back to scenario select. I have to fix something. Okay. Oh no, Concerto. Alright. I got Concerto and Fugue flipped. So Akito's the one that gets Concerto. Natsuhiko gets Fugue. Alright. Wait, where is he? There we are. There we go. There we go. I can't skip the prologue part of this. It's giving me the option to skip the prologue because I already played and recorded Ron's bullshit. I will not be uploading that shit. That shit is worse than I thought. In fact, to the Ron's bullshit was so bad that I did not even record his concerto portion. Seeing the shit from his perspective made everything so much worse. I recorded it. I have the recordings. I will not be uploading them. Not even as age restricted. Like, maybe if I ever get good enough at this YouTube thing to feel like doing Patreon is a good idea, I will use it for that. But I don't think I'm ever gonna get that good at the YouTube thing. In fact, by that point, by the time I get to that point, YouTube will probably be a thing that damages my mental health instead of helps it. So that is most likely never gonna happen. But, yeah, we are, not skipping the prologue. Oh dear. Okay, this is a bit of a problem. Yeah, this is kind of a problem. This song gets claimed really, really, really bad. Let's turn this shit down just a little bit. And I'll turn it back up in a minute. Alright. Genetic information was a match. Optical search function confirmed that he was indeed he. Many of his bodily functions had ceased as a result of aging, but this one was working perfectly. I'd reached the conclusion that he was indeed he, and yet I couldn't quite accept it. It couldn't be him. I refused to accept it, even with the evidence staring me in the face. Perhaps there was something wrong with my brain. Perhaps something always was. For if you really are Sarata, huh? What am I doing? I was just, huh? That's odd. I can't recall. What on earth's happened? First, I need to open my eyes. Huh? 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 What is this place? I know I've never seen it before. The first place I was in was... just can't remember. Someone just tell me. Sarata was searching for an answer, searching for his memory. If I told him, he would only leave me again. But if we stayed here, he would get dragged into this. I had to save Sarata, no matter the cost. The first place I was in was... Right. Right. The National Diet Building. We went there on a class trip. Class? Which class, though? You're in elementary school. I was in elementary school? 6th grade, I think. Yeah, 6th grade. Although in some areas, 6th grade is middle school. It's kind of the border between the two, depending on where you live. At least where I live, it's right on the border of it. An elementary student who went to the diet building on a field trip. That was me. Okay. Right. Well, I managed to remember that, somewhat. And the next important thing is my name. My name is... Yeah, Sarada Suzuhara. That's right, that's my name. Oh, oh, okay, well. Oh, I managed to remember. Okay, next I need to figure out where the hell I am. Oh, what is that light? Oh, it's giving me a headache. What? Oh. What's this? My memory's slipping away again? Ghost sleep termination complete. Pulse abnormalities 0. Restoring body temperature to normal. Removing artificial respiration. Oh. All functions normal. No signs of bodily damage, however, stamina levels considerably degraded. Time is limited due to likelihood of discovery by scientists. Preparing medical machine with all haste. Proceed to coordinates once body strength returns to 800. Please excuse me. Would we ever meet again? I believed it was only possible to project holograms on the Norn. But I couldn't touch him if he were a hologram. This incomplete form was fine with me, but even so, I had to let him go for now. Sarata. Again, you and I. Oh boy. Has the ship landed again? What is going on? Is someone else boarding? I realized I did not do a proper audio check. What? Okay. Is this gonna cause problems since... Nah, it's fine. I'm just worried that it's gonna cause problems since my headphones are currently... Like, I've got a special plug that I normally plug directly into my capture card that's... Like, I plug it into my headphones on my capture card that makes it so that only headphone output is going to... I mean, it's fine. Things aren't buzzing, so it should be fine. I don't have a microphone plugged into that part, so it's fine, because I found that OBS refuses. It will only take certain microphones, and this is my compromise. Alright. Has the ship landed again? What is going on? Is someone else boarding? No, I haven't heard anything like that. I'll go see what's happening. Hold on, it's too dangerous for a girl to go. We don't know where we've landed or what kind of place it is, so Akito and I will go check it out. Huh? Why do I have to go? Great, thanks for taking one for the team. Ugh. I'm always getting dragged into this shit. Why don't you go by yourself if you think you're so cool? Oh, come on, Akito. You know if someone shady ends up coming aboard, it'll be bad for you too, right? You don't want to put that adorable brother of yours in danger, do you? Ugh. I'm so sorry about the yawning. The breathing that I do, in order to be able to project my voice properly, makes me yawn. I don't know why. I cannot help it. There's nothing I can do to make it stop. I don't want to go to work today. Whatever. We're doing this. There are supposed to be 9 espers. I think we could say that for certain. It was pretty easy to figure out what Heishi's power was, so we know we could trust him, but... I'm sorry, fellow dragons. It's possible some of us aren't espers at all. I'll just conjecture, of course. Come on, let's go. Huh? Wait, I think I know what this is. Oh, shit, I am so sorry. I cannot do anything about the yawning. I really don't know why. A flying mode of transport that's not an airplane, helicopter, or balloon is probably... What? I only believe in things that can be observed and explained by science, but... something like this didn't even exist in my time, in the Heisei era. I think this is an unidentified flying object. It's a UFO. UFO? Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I believe in aliens, but this... Well, what the hell? I better turn the capture card back up a bit. There we go. Maybe a little more. That's better. Eek! The hell? It's a girl and a kid. So oh, what's going on? Yeah, no, sorry about the yawn. Masamune decided to use our room to drink with Ron and Itsuki. So, they kept my ass up all night. Meanwhile... I have a report that a boy and girl have just boarded the Norn. That means there are now 11 espers on board. There are only 9 espers. It's impossible for there to be more. But as you can see... Then you have some imposters on board. Find out who they are. Yes, ma'am. Nagisa, what's happened? Over the past few days, people believed to be new espers have boarded the ship. Alright, so in the background, we could currently see Kakeru handle a plant. Mikoto is blocked behind Motoshita or whatever, or Motohisa, whatever the fuck his name is. Nanami's there. There's Senri and Heishi in the background there, and Akito is currently covered behind Nagisa's dumbass bitch head. Over the past few days, people believe to be new espers have boarded the ship. Really? Show me. Huh. Girl and a little kid. Wait, that kid. Ring any bells for you? Nagisa-chan, don't you recognize his face? Let me see. It can't be. Hey, the screen stopped working. Has the power gone out? This isn't good. The computer's not working. Use the backup computer and figure out what's wrong. If our system goes down, we'll have no way to issue instructions to all the countries. On it. Pretty convenient power outage, don't you think? I presume this is Ion-chan's work. Perhaps she's rebelling, though she's been quiet as a lamb since we gave her a little plaything. So why is he on the Norn? He's always slept right next to Ion. I think I've got it. That kid is Sarata Suzuhara, yes? The diet is locked down, so we have no way of confirming. Masamune would have been the last one to see him. Computer's restarted. Quick, bring up a visual of the Norn. I'm trying. I can't seem to get access. What? Just what is going on? Nagisa-chan, give me that for a sec. Beep. Yeah. That voice. Alright, I managed to get the audio working at least. How did you do that? Oh, I put some small robots on board as a little gift for my nephew. Acting without permission yet again, I see. We'll get audio from wherever the little robots are. We should be able to control them to a degree. Oh, we don't have high enough clearance for some of them. The only person who can operate those is... Let me guess. Let me guess. Ion? No one alive in this world can get their hands on what you've made. You think so? Your younger brother probably could.
鈴原空太の逃亡。僕らが能力者たちの素性を調べようとしたところで起きた停電。さらにノルンへのアクセス不可。
Sarada Suzuhara escapes. The power goes out right when we're investigating the Espers, and on top of it, we can't access the Norn anymore.
できるできないは別にして、こんなことをやって得をする人間ってどこの誰なんだろうね。
It's not about whether they can do it or not. The question is who's doing this and what they hope to gain from it.
鈴原空太に関してはアイオンでしょう。彼女以外、彼に近づくことはできなかったのですから。
Regarding Sarada Suzuhara, it has to be Ion meddling. She's the only one who ever got close to him after all.
停電については三者に利益はあると思われます。
As for the power going out, there are 3 parties who stand to gain from that.
三者って
3. There are 3, are there?
私たちに反抗するアイオン、ユイが白、それから
Ion, who opposes us, Shiro Yuiga, and
君の弟ね。
your younger brother, right? If he's alive. If he's alive, that is.
いい加減認めなよ。この前ノルンへ攻撃したのはユイが白じゃないのは確かなんだから。
You're gonna have to accept reality sooner or later. It's obvious it wasn't Shiro Yuiga who attacked the Norn the other day.
誰がやったにしても、これは由々しき事態です。この島は各国の制御をするいわば神の領域です。
Well, whoever it was, the situation is dire. This island controls every other country on this entire
こ
planet.
こが侵されてしまえば、世界はまた崩壊の一途をたどる。
If we're invaded, the whole world will be on the brink of collapse once again.
ああ、何千年もの間敵なしでやってきたっていうのに、まったく世も末だね。
How many thousands of years do we spend without enemies? What's this world coming to?
やっぱり力っていうものがあると争いが起こってしまうんだ。不必要なものだよね。君もそう思わない？
There'll always be struggles for power. It's all so pointless, don't you agree? Me?
リセットをするか否かはアイオンに選ばれた者が判断することです。私が口を出すことではありません。
It's up to the Espers to decide whether Ion performs the reset or not. I don't have any right to comment on it.
そうだね。素晴らしい正論だ。
Indeed, splendid argument.
とりあえず裏切り者の彼らは置いておいて、アイオンちゃんへの縛りをもう少し強くしよう。
Let's forget the traitors for now and focus on regaining our hold over Ion.
いいのですか？これ以上やっては。
Are you sure? We could do more.
部外者を乗せたのはあの子だ。それだけは。
I need to be careful. I need to be very careful with how I voice Nagisa here. I keep slipping into what I do for Mikoto. And I keep accidentally pressing a button on the back of my controller. I'm currently using a controller that has extra buttons that can be remapped to be any other button on the controller. And currently they're mapped to... Oh shit. I've rewind. There we are. Currently I've mapped them to L and R, I believe. Yeah, they're currently mapped to L and R because those are the... It's harder for me to press ZL and ZR, or L2 and R2 as I usually call them, because I grew up with PlayStation being my home console. for years, but you know, it's fine. L2, R2, ZL, ZR, whatever. That's what the current. That's harder for me to press for some reason. Like it's harder for me to swap between the two, but it's easier for me to keep my index fingers over those two buttons. So if I remap L and R to, like L and R is not a comfortable spot for those fingers for some reason. So I've remapped it to the two buttons that on the back of the controller. And unfortunately, since I don't really need them that much, they're actually kind of detrimental and in my way. I'm gonna have to swap controllers when I get off work and because I'm gonna have to stop recording soon for now. But y'all won't notice because it'll just be a paused recording, and then when I come back to work, I'm gonna record for an additional 30 minutes to make some actual progress, and then I will stop recording and play more Final Fantasy 16. Because I need to finish Final Fantasy 16. I'm loving that game. I took a break from it for a while because it became a game that was helping my depression entirely too much, to the point where I potentially could become dependent on it. So I need to finish that and move on to the next game I'm going to record using my PS5, which I haven't decided whether it's going to be Persona 5 or Persona 3. It's probably going to be Persona 3 because I haven't played that one before. And I just got that in the mail today. Thank you, gift cards. But anyway, yeah. She's the one who let the outsiders on board. We can be sure of that. So she needs to be duly punished, yes? Yeah, Motohisa is Masamune's uncle. I hate all of these people right now. Of course, it's your call, Nagisa-chan. I've relinquished all my power to you, after all. But you do understand what our objective is, right? To make the reset happen. Restrict power transmissions to Ion. Limit her to the assembly hall only. Understood. And make sure we have a way to contact Masamune at all times. If you can't manage to do that, then we'll have to shoot the Norn down and end its journey. But that would be sacrilege against Ion. Then I'm sure you'll do whatever it takes. Yes, ma'am. What a surprise. Some of the researchers still believe in Ion-chan. Yes, even if you saw her deteriorate with your own eyes, the core of your beliefs would not change, would it? Anyway, I'll continue to monitor the situation with my little robots. No, I'll do it myself. What, don't you trust me? Not at all. Alright, I'll set things up so the data all gets sent straight to you. I'll make reports to the top brass. I think the robots are going to make your position even more precarious. Oh, but why? They were a present for my nephew. You need to stop messing around. You're a grown man. Act your age.
渚ちゃんは手厳しいな。
You're harsh, Nagisa-chan. Oop. Esper Report number 1. April 27th, April 27th, 8075. Nagisa Totonoi. Sarata Suzuhara and an unknown girl boarded the Norn. We now believe there are 11 Espers excluding Suzuhara. Based on our current data, we have confirmed the following individuals are Espers. Yuika Kakeru, Plant Manipulator. Toya Masamune, Psychometry. Kuga Makoto, Barrier. Nijo Sakuya, Clairvoyance. Kagami Itsuki, Dreamwalking. Shiranui Nanami, Mindwipe. Otomaru Heishi, Telepathy. We currently do not know who possessed the crucial fire and water abilities. Ion has concealed that information from us. There are 4 passengers with unidentified abilities, plus the unknown girl, plus Ichinose Senri, Shikuri Akito, and Murabo Shiran. Ugh. I have ordered the robots to observe each one individually. Ichinose remains in his room and has meals delivered, so direct observation is possible. Muraboshi should not be an issue either, and we will continue to monitor the girl as well. However, using the Hyogos to monitor Shikuri appears unfeasible.
前提として、まずこの中に犯人とやらがいると仮定しよう。じゃないと話が進まないからね。そして犯人は複数の可能性。
For the moment, let's work under the assumption that we have a traitor among us. If we can't do at least that, we won't get anywhere.
対策としては、まずみんなで腹を割って話すことかな。
Our best plan of action is to just get everything out in front of everyone, I guess.
それはどういうことかな。
What do you mean by that?
俺たちは最初にルールを設けたよね。能力、出自、生い立ち、何も詮索しない。
We set up a policy when we first got here, right? No prying into people's pasts, powers, or personal lives.
このルールをやめる。どんどん詮索する。立ち入る。能力も出自も生い立ちも全部洗いざらい話すんだ。
Well, I say we ditch that now. Everybody has to come clean on where they're from, what their powers are, everything.
確かに誰がどんな能力を持っているか分かればおのずと絞られるわね。
True. If we knew what powers everyone has, it would at least narrow down our list of potential suspects, would it not?
能力を話すなんていや絶対。
I refuse. I'm not discussing my powers.
そうかい？結構いい案だと思うんだけど。
Why? Personally, I think it's a pretty good, solid plan.
何をとってもいいとは思えない。私は犯人ではない。でも能力は言わない。
No, it isn't anywhere close to good. I'm not a traitor, and I will not tell you what my powers are.
誰もが公にできるような能力を持っていると思ったら大間違い。
If you think all of us have powers that we can make public with no consequences, you're dead wrong.
そんなに嫌がるなんて言って恥ずかしい能力なのかな。
Ah, come on. Why be so defensive about it? It's a really embarrassing power or something.
たける、その案は却下だ。次の家よ。
Ugh, whatever. Kakeru, that plan sucks. Come up with something else.
そうだね。次はと言っても。
Okay, I do have another idea, but I think this is literally the only other option.
二人組を作って 互いを監視し合う。
We split into pairs and keep watch on each other to make sure nobody pulls anything funny. Esper Report number 2. April 28th, 8075. Nagisa Totonoi. The Norn has suffered a third attack. We have audio regarding the attacker. Voice print for Shiori Yuiga and Natsuhiko Azuma are not a match. However, after analyzing the conversation, we have deduced that there is a high possibility it is Natsuhiko Azuma. Our data for him only goes until he was 14 years old, so his voice print may have changed. We believe the attacker's objective is to interfere with the reset. The group on board the Norn has realized that one of them isn't an Esper. It is possible there is a mole inside assisting Azuma. The Espers have split into groups of 2 in order to track the mole's movements. The groups are as follows. We have observed an unprecedented pattern emerging on the ship. Male-female pairs run the risk of individual happiness and contentment. In the interest of maintaining their impartial judgment, I think we should stop the journey immediately. Send data. The groups are as follows. Send data. Personal opinions don't belong in reports. Kakeru Yuiga was the one who had them pair up. Make an unreasonable proposal right off the bat and it's easier to accept the next one. It's a common negotiation tactic. But Kakeru shouldn't be brainwashed anymore. Is it just a coincidence? And this is where I take a break. Intermission, fellow dragons. I have to get ready for work. I barely had enough time to get through the fucking prologue part. I really should have skipped it, but I can't. Because y'all didn't see that in the bullshit that I recorded for the Ron route. Because I'm not uploading that garbage. I probably could have extracted it from that and edited it in, but I have not resolved my editing software issue yet. Which is why none of Final Fantasy XVI has been uploaded, even though I have a large amount recorded. I got a lot of side quest montage episodes to edit. Some are just outright side quest episodes. Others are montages entirely. There's gonna be one that's a montage. I have to be able to record that. I have to be able to edit that one together in order to record that one, to finish doing that, or to upload stuff. But I'll see y'all after work. Enjoy the intermission. It'll only be a few seconds for you, but for me it's a few hours. It's fucking 5 hours. There we go, a little manual scene transition there. Hello, feline. Oh, I need to turn my light off. Give me a second, fellow dragons. Oh boy, alright. Alright, I have to do this. I have to read for this fucker. Oh boy. Hello, Simber. You wanna help me play the game? Let me get comfy cozy. What do you mean, Row? Let me get cozy first. I have to get back under the blankets because I had to get up and turn off the light. Because I forgot. And I got a report back from Ron. He said there's no problem.
予定の時刻になったら爆発するそうです。
The explosion will occur at the scheduled time.
分かった。あのバカが寝過ごさないように引き続き連絡を取り続けてくれ。
Understood. Don't let that idiot oversleep. Make contact with him at regular intervals. Okay, let's get this a little closer. Up. Oh. What? We good? Okay, it's still receiving from the capture card. We should be fine. Understood. Don't let that idiot oversleep. Make contact with him at regular intervals.
了解。
Aye, aye. Setsu began smoothly tapping his fingers on the keyboard, as if he was playing piano. The message for Ron spilled across the screen. Yeah, not reading that. Hey, knock it off. Do not bring me into your perversions.
はーい。
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a problem with what you do in your spare time as long as you don't hurt anyone with it and you leave me out of it. That's better.
作戦開始まであと2時間か。なんか微妙に長いですね。
Huh. 2 hours left till... Oh, wait, shit. 2 hours left till operation starts. Seems like ages somehow.
空の上じゃ何もやることないし、お菓子買ってくればよかったな。
There's nothing to do up here in the sky. Man, I should have brought some snacks. Do you want some of these bullets? Simber, don't rub your face on the controller, silly man. I'm using a different controller than before work. No, thanks.
ねえねえ、夏彦さん。
Hey, Natsuhiko. Now what?
能力者の女の子3人でしたね。どの子が一番好みでした？
There were 3 girl espers. Which one did you like the best? Don't you ever shut up.
無理ですよ。俺、喋らないと死んじゃう生き物なんです。
Can't do that, Chief. Why, I'd rather die than never speak again. Simber, you're in the way. Fluffy little man, you're in the way. If I was using the microphone on the headset, the fellow dragons would be able to hear you purring. But they can't because I have to use the laptop's microphone because I'm cheap and OBS will default to using it no matter what, even if I tell it not to. Even if I say it doesn't pick up that microphone, it will still find a way to pick up more than one microphone at once if I have more than one plugged in. Which is stupid. I'll need to figure out a way to fix that.
だったら有益な話をしろ。無駄話は嫌いだ。
Then say something of substance. I can't stand small talk.
女の子の話以上に有益なことなんてないでしょ。
There's nothing more substance than girls.
そうか。だったらもう二度と俺に話しかける。
Uh-huh. In that case, don't talk to me ever again.
そんな冷たいこと言わないでくださいよ。暇なんですよ。何か話してましょうよ。夏彦さんだってすることないでしょ。
Don't be such a stick in the mud. I'm bored. Let's talk. It's not like you've got anything to do either, Natsuhiko. We had 2 hours left until the bomb on the Norn exploded. The wait was certainly tedious. Staying tense all the time builds up fatigue, and it doesn't contribute anything worthwhile. But all the same, 2 hours wasn't long enough to get focused deeply on anything. Normally, I wouldn't indulge Setsu in his bullshit, but I thought it might at least provide a mental rest of sorts.
今から殺そうとしている女の話をして何が楽しい？
Where's the fun discussing women you're about to kill in cold blood?
それはそうですけど、でも3人とも殺すわけじゃないんでしょ。結界の子は捕まえるって。
Got a point there, but we're not gonna kill all 3, right? We're gonna capture the barrier girl, aren't we?
それも道具として利用するためだ。
To use her as a tool, yes.
美人を道具にね。もったいない。
Using a gorgeous woman as a tool, what a terrible waste.
夏彦さん、俺はね、いやらしい意味で女の子が好きって言ってるわけじゃないんですよ。
Natsuhiko, here's the thing. I'm not saying I like girls in some nasty way or anything.
夏彦さんは個体の優秀性をどんな定義で測りますか？
Let me ask you a question. How do you qualify an individual's excellence?
状況にもよるから一概には言えない。
It depends on the situation. I can't say for certain.
例えば
Okay, example, please?
研究に必要なのは明晰な頭脳。戦争に必要なのは強靭な肉体。
Research requires a clear, articulate mind. War requires a strong body.
そうですね。確かに時と場合によって変わると思います。でも一点だけ変わらないことがあります。
For sure. The quantification does change depending on the time and situation, but one thing remains constant.
お？なんだそれ。
Oh, and what is that? I was somewhat intrigued and spurred him on.
いついかなる時も女の子にモテる個体は優秀ということです。
And the clown music begins! In any given time or situation, being popular with the ladies is always an enormous plus. Why did I hire this idiot? As I feared, letting Setsu run his mouth off was a mistake. I looked down at my battle plans. How many times I'd read through it, I couldn't say. Even though I'd stopped listening entirely, Setsu continued to talk and talk, showing no signs of stopping.
海でも森でも空でも女という性に選ばれるのは男にとって死活問題なんですよ。
Rain, sleet, snow, or shine, being picked by a woman is the matter of life or death for guys. Setsu? Setsu, I realize you're straight, but, what about gay and bisexual men? They don't necessarily need to be picked by a woman. They just need to find someone that they love, and in the case of a gay man, they need to find another man that they love. And that loves them. And yeah, no, you're making assumptions, man.
でもたまにいるでしょ。何にもしてなくても女の子にモテる人。ロンさんとかまさにそうじゃないですか。
But then there are those ones. You know the type, right? Men who all the girls fawn over without them lifting a finger. You know, someone like Ron, for example.
それで思ったんですよね。夏彦さんがロンさんをノルンに乗せたのはその優秀性を認めているからじゃないかと。
So I got to thinking, the reason you put Ron on the Norn, maybe it's because you recognized that excellence.
くだらない埋設はそこに行き着くわけか。回りくどいな。
That whole preamble was just for that. Talk about being around the bush.
ロンがノルンに乗ったこと、そんなに不安か？
Are you that worried about Ron being on the Norn? Setsu made a strangled sound. His eyes wavered. He seemed to be struggling with how best to deny it.
いやまあ夏彦さんが決めたことですしね。俺が言うことはないですし。というかもう乗っちゃってますし。
Well, I mean, that was your decision, right? It's not my place to comment on it. I mean, he's already there now.
今回の目的は何だ、セツ？
What's our mission objective this time around, Setsu?
そりゃノルンを墜落させることでしょ。能力者たちを殺して。
To make the Norn crash, right? Kill Aspers?
違う。爆破を成功させることだ。
No, it's to perform a successful detonation.
それって何か違いますか？同じことでしょ。
Right, like I said, same difference, right?
ロンが俺の命令通りに動き、船内に爆弾を仕掛ける。指定の時間に爆発させる。これで目的は達成だ。
Ron does what I tell him to do. He's going to plant a bomb on board, and at the specified time, it will detonate. This will achieve our goal.
それだけ？
Huh? Is that all?
前に話しただろう。船内には思考を妨害する特殊な周波が流れていると。
I told you before, there's a unique frequency inside that ship, which interferes with thinking.
ああ、そういやそうでしたね。
Oh yeah, that's right.
ロンが周波にやられている可能性もある。その場合。
It's also possible that Ron is being hit by that frequency, by the frequency in that
爆
case.
発が起きないってことですか？俺たちの味方じゃなくなるから。
Are you saying there won't be an explosion because he won't be on our side anymore?
そうだ。これはロンが使い物になるかならないかのテストだ。
Exactly. This is a test to see if Ron will be of use to us or not.
でも連絡取ってる感じでは普通でしたよ。いつも通りやる気のないロンさんでした。
But he sounds totally normal on our communications. He's the same old unmotivated Ron.
偽装の可能性もある。
He could be faking it.
なるほど。それでそんなに威力のない爆弾を選んだんですね。
Oh, I get it. That's why you chose a bomb with such limited destructive power.
もちろん、目的以上の効果を期待している。今回の爆発で、死傷者や危険を恐れてノルンを降りる者が出れば御の字。
Obviously, I expect a satisfactory result. Best case scenario, the explosion kills a few people and drives the others off the ship out of fear.
ついでに混乱の中で結界の女をさらうことができたらもう文句はないな。
And if he can capture Barrier Girl during the chaos, then I'll have no cause for complaint.
やっぱり結構いろいろ望んでるじゃないですか。
You're asking for a bit much, don't you think? In the end, we ended up discussing strategy after all. I guess that proved both Setsu and I were on edge.
ああ、ロンさんからですよ。何かあったのかな。
It's from Ron. I wonder if something happened.
だそうですよ。どうします？
He said there's people nearby and he can't move freely. What should we do?
銃弾の補充はできてる。
Did you replenish the ammo?
バッチリですよ。こっちから仕掛けちゃいます。
All taken care of. Are we gonna go for it?
ああ、
や
Yeah.
ったー！
Yay! Setsu cheered. I could understand his excitement. Rather than waiting around, it was always better to make the first move. This missile is far stronger than the last one. This time, I'm destroying that barrier. I grasped the joystick and sent the ship into a steep climb. I maneuvered until we were hovering over the Norn and locked on. As the missile blasted forth, our ship rocketed back as if caught in a storm.
うわ、めっちゃ揺れた。
Oh, that was the big shake.
この
Did
機
you?
体ではミサイルの発射時の衝撃をもろに受ける。
Don't underestimate how much the ship recoils when a missile is launched.
軽量化を図ったばっかでしたからね。改善の余地はありそうです。
Must be because we reduced the ship's weight recently. There seems to be some room for improvement.
敵さんは、ああ、全然聞いてないな。
The enemy is, oh darn, still had no effect at all.
ためか。やはり外部からは無理だな。
So that wasn't enough. As I feared, attacking from the outside is pointless.
ま、今の一発聞いちゃってたら、ロンさんまで死んじゃうことになりますからね。
Well, I guess that's good. If the missile worked, Ron would have been wiped out along with it.
構わん。
I don't care.
構うでしょ。
Yes, you do!
あらら、かわいそうに。
Poor guy bit his tongue.
どうでもいいことを報告してくるな。さっさと爆破しろ。
Don't go reporting needless chatter. Quit messing around and blow it up.
お、これってチャンスじゃないですか。
This is our chance, right?
機体を乗る。
Shit, I'm going Hazy with this shit now. Bring the craft closer to the Norn. We're going to get that girl. Now, which point in the story is this? Oh. We're at a part of the prologue still kinda. I mean, it's not the same prologue, but it is. We've jumped a little back in time from dealing with the whole Nagisa bullshit. So, this is the Norn. Cherry blossoms scattered as if to hasten their demise. I knew this type of cherry tree. They were genetically improved by Shiro Yuiga to bloom forever. So not just history, but even nature is being distorted. That vexes me. Beyond the falling petals, I saw a figure. I aimed my gun without any hesitation. The air shuddered. My bullet hit something, but reflected off, leaving no casualty. Through the petals, I could see a girl there, standing alone. She deflected my bullet. That's her, all right. So, you have the power to create barriers. She looked younger than in the photos. I've heard of the cougar girl who spun barriers around Japan's vital buildings and institutions, protecting them from harm. So you're her. It was only to confirm her identity, and yet she remains silent. I aimed my gun again. That can't pierce it? Oh well. I figured as much. If you can repel 3-inch shells, a mere handgun won't do the job. But from what I could tell... From what I could tell from the woman's expression, my bullets weren't entirely ineffective. Regardless, her power is extremely desirable. I must get my hands on it at any cost. Accept that you cannot accomplish anything here. Your efforts are wasted. As long as I am on this ship, I shall not allow anything to harm it. Cease this and withdraw immediately. She was a strong woman. It was in her words, yes, but also in her actions. Despite being attacked, she still faced me with no hesitation. In that regard, she was an unusual woman indeed. Was she, though? I mean, I know a lot of women that would face adversity and crazy people with no hesitation, although maybe I'm just friends with some crazy ass bitches. Because oh boy, do I know people who would definitely defend themselves when faced with a dangerous situation. Well, she'd have to be. Why else would they call her the Kuga family guardian? Powers are dependent on a person's will. If a single girl can turn back an assault so deftly... Yes, I think I need to at least make the barrier power mine. Come with me. I will show you how to make proper use of your powers. You dare to make that offer, even after you have attacked us? My answer is a resounding no. I am not nearly so uncouth as to readily agree to a partnership with a barbarian like you.
誘いそう聞こえたなら訂正する
Offer? If that's the way it sounded, allow me to rectify that misconception.
俺の元に来なければ船を落とすこれは命令
This is no offer. It is an ultimatum. Join me, or I will destroy this ship. These are all lines that I've read before. I think I'm doing a better job this time. What do y'all think, fellow dragons? Another explosion rocked the ship, shaking it. The woman fell to her knees, unable to stay standing. I knew instantly that it was Ron's work. The force of the explosion spoke to a response beyond anything I'd seen so far. It was incredible timing. He gave us the perfect condition for threatening the girl. Was it a mark of Ron's skill or something else? Void of decency, reason, and morality, the man didn't care about people, including himself. He lacked almost any quality of a decent man, or decent human. Why did I hire this psychopath again? Whatever. However, there is one area here where he demonstrated abilities that transcended the framework of excellence. That would be the area of combat. Ah, yes, right, combat. That would be why I hired him. His gun handling, danger assessment, reaction speed, brutality, ability to corner and manipulate. As far as combat was concerned, he was more than just talented. The explosion just now came at such perfect timing that it was no doubt something he did by instinct, without giving it a second thought. To unthinking Ron, the ship's frequency was nothing. To me, this was an undeniable victory. What did you just do?
今ので終わりだと
Oh, did you think that was it? What do you mean?
2発目が船の中枢で爆発するこの船は墜落するどうだ来る気になったか
If another explosion like that hits, even a ship like this will fall. Well, feel more inclined to comply? Of course, we didn't have the second strike readied yet. We needed to get vital information before we shot the Norn down. I was simply bluffing. Mikado! Sorata? What? A child appeared, not wearing a uniform. He didn't seem to be an Esper. Who's this little kid? He wasn't in the briefing. Oh, wait, what did that girl just call him?
なんだお前はなぜこれを
Who's that? What is a little boy doing on this ship? Is he the assailant? Come here, Sarata. Quickly. Is everyone okay? Where was that explosion?
多分2階だと思う。みんなは1階にいるはずだよ。
I think it was on the second floor. Everyone's safe on the first. Good.
今一番危ないのは僕らだよ。あいつ銃持ってるじゃないか。
Right now, we're the ones in the most danger. That guy's got a gun? Huh?
それにあの船にはミサイルみたいなのがあるし、絶対危ないよ。
Oh, shit. Though those look like missiles too. We are in big trouble right now. How does such a little child know about guns and missiles? Even if they might have been spreading across the criminal underworld, they shouldn't have been common knowledge yet. Just who the hell is this kid? His face, it was familiar. I knew this child somehow. I desperately scanned my memory. That's it. I saw him in Ion's room. Wait, is that child?
2発目やれるものならやってみなさいよ。
A second explosion? Ha! Surely you are bluffing. Try it if you dare.
船が落下する前に私がこの船全体を覆う結界を張る。落下にも耐えられるくらい強力なものを。
Even if you do somehow manage to destroy the core, I will erect a barrier so strong it will protect the ship from impact.
あなたの思い通りにはならないわ。
I will not allow things to go your way, barbarian.
ありとあらゆる厄災から守る
A living goddess who protects all from every disaster known to man.
哀れな女よ己自身が厄災だということを知らず崇められた調子に
Poor girl. You didn't even realize that you are the walking disaster. The mindless worship of the masses has gone to your head. What?
今日は飛行それなりの収穫もあった
I suppose I shall take my leave for now. Today has been unexpectedly productive.
待ちなさい。
Wait, come back here.
おかえりなさい。ご無事で何よりです。女の子の方はどうでした？
Welcome back. Good to see you're safe. What happened with the girl?
邪魔が入ってそれどころではなくなった
There was a complication. I couldn't seize her.
ありゃ。でもよかったですね。爆発が起きて。まさか夏彦さんが乗ってる間に爆発するとは思いませんでしたけど。
Oh my, well, it's a good thing you're alive. That explosion, I never expected there to be a blast while you were on board, Natsuhiko.
ロンに連絡が取れ次第教えろ確認したいことがある
Let me know when you get in touch with Ron. There's something I want to confirm.
はーい。
Roger. I moved to the back seat, leaving the controls to Setsu. I took a deep breath and started reviewing the situation. The ship's frequency didn't work on Ron. He could indeed attack while inside. With those two things now confirmed, we could set up any number of strategies. Capturing the barrier girl was not unfeasible. But that kid... The one who was next to the barrier woman, I saw him with Ion a long time ago. He was by Ion's side, that child in cryostasis. His name is Sarata Suzuhara. In the previous era, the scientists on the island had captured that child. He shared the same name as another scientist, the one who built Aine, who became the basis for Ion. He also shared the same genes. In other words, he possessed the capability to create another Aine. In the past, the island scientists once tried to create their own Aine in order to eventually make the next Ion model. However, all of their attempts ended in failure. There was no record of Aine's blueprints, and the scientists were so invested in history and politics as part of the world that their abilities began to wane. So, they secured Sarata Suzuhara to mold him to a capable scientist, another pawn for them to manipulate into creating the next Ion model. I tried to kill him many times when I was on the island, but Ion prevented me. Both Ion and the island desperately cling to the idea that child represents. That child's absolutely indispensable for keeping Ion alive. Without him, they wouldn't even be able to repair her. Ion's malfunctioning was apparently the result of her AI deteriorating. In human terms, you might say her heart and soul were beginning to break down. To save Ion, the weapon with a heart, they needed a clear mind with the necessary skills. They needed her creator, Sarata Suzuhara. I can't imagine they'd let the child go. Something strange is going on. Either way, it was clear that Sarata Suzuhara was not currently involved in Aine's production. That revelation alone was a huge boon to us. When I finally got in touch with Ron, 3 days had passed. That hazy night, my ringtone rang out. Natsuhiko, why is that your ringtone? At least do a more fun chime. So, you finally decided to get in contact, huh? What have you been doing? Sorry. Lots been going on. Like what? Well, it's all fine now. Just make your report. Stop being lazy. Alright. Ron told me everything that had happened from the explosion up till now. The passengers, believing there was an intruder among them, had formed pairs to monitor one another. It might be harder for me to operate here than we expected. Your partner, are they going to be a problem? No, it's not that. There are these weird creatures on board. Weird creatures. I think they're supposed to be birds. They're all different kinds.
それが一体どうしたというんだ。
What the fuck are you talking about, Ron?
見張られてる気がするんだ。
I think they're monitoring me.
なんだと。
What?
見た目からして普通の鳥じゃないんだ。でもここにいるみんなは何も疑問を持ってないから、俺が知らないだけかも。
From the look of them, they're no ordinary birds, but, no one here bats an eye. Maybe I'm the only one in the dark.
いや、そうではないだろ
No, I don't think so. So, Ron was the only one questioning the birds. The others didn't care. In other words, they were under the frequency's influence. The world claimed they have no direct involvement with the Espers. What a lie. That fool Masamune probably hasn't
う。
noticed.
それはおそらく島の差し金だ。手を出すなよ。
I assume they're the island's eyes and ears. Don't touch them, you hear?
おーい。
それ
Gotcha.
からあの子供は鈴原空太で間違いないね。
And that kid is definitely Suzuhara Sorata.
子供？子供なんてこの船にいたっけ？
Kid? There's a kid on this ship?
いた。同じ船にいて知らなかったとは言わせんぞ。
There is. Don't tell me you didn't notice the child on the ship with you? The literal child.
まあ見ておくよ。あ、そういや結界の子まだいるけど、連れて行かなかったんだ。
Well, I'll take a look. Ah, come to think of it, the barrier girl's still here. Couldn't capture her? No, we couldn't.
次の爆破はいつ？
When's the next explosion
貴
due?
様が情報を盗み出してからだ。
As soon as you steal the information we need.
ああ、そうだったね。それじゃあもうちょっと時間がかかるかな。結界の子を先にした方がいいね。
Alright, well then it might take a little longer. I should prioritize Barrier Girl,
気
right?
をつけろ。あの女には銃は効かない。
Be careful. Guns don't work on her.
わかってるよ。要は銃以外を使えばいいんだよね。
Ugh. Hate that, and I hate reading for this guy. I know, which means I need to use something other than a gun, right? Ron let out a peculiar laugh.
下劣な真似はするなよ。
Don't do anything barbaric.
手段にまで口を出される覚えはないな。
Oh, are we being picky about methods now?
貴様と組んだこと、本当に間違いだった。
Teaming up with you was a serious mistake. Why did I ever hire a psychopath like you? Or are you a sociopath? Honestly, I don't have the psychology degrees to be able to identify that shit.
それ結構何回も言われてる気がする。
I feel like I've heard you say that many times before.
船を爆破できて少しはすっきりした？ずーっと望んできたことだよね。
Hey, you feel better after blowing up the ship? It's something you always wanted, right?
戦うの楽しい？
Do you enjoy fighting? A simple question, spoken like a true simpleton. But apparently he was trying to gauge my reaction. I kept my composure and responded.
俺は貴様とは違う。志のための戦いに優越は感じない。
I'm not like you. I feel no joy in fighting just for the sake of it.
そう。それは残念だね。
I see. That's too bad. Voice devoid of emotion. Ron ended the transmission. I longed for an era of freedom and peace. How could I enjoy fighting? He should have been well aware of what I'd been through to get here. What have you been through to get here, Natsuhiko? That is why we are here. He already knew that answer. He was just asking to push my buttons. Guys like him make me sick. Which I say again, why did I hire that psychopath? A man with too many shortcomings to be called a man. I hated the fact that I had to rely on someone like him. But I needed his help to carry out my objective. No matter how much I need to dirty my hands, I must succeed. I'd swim through the foulest waters, make a contract with the devil himself. "10 years earlier." Are we gonna get to see baby Natsuhiko?
おい夏彦どこに行ったんだ
Oh no, now I'm gonna have to do baby Masamune too. Shit. Hey, Natsuhiko, where'd you go?
たくあいつはちょっと目を離した隙に
God, take my eyes off that kid for 1
や
second.
っぱり俺にはあいつのおもりは荷が重すぎる
He's too much of a handful for me to take care of.
おい政宗、何を叫んでいるんだ？
Hey, Masamune, what are you yelling about?
あその
Huh? Oh,
ま
well...
さかまた夏彦は逃げ出したのか？
Did Natsuhiko run away again?
いやちゃんとおとなしくしてますよ研究所で
What? No, he's being good in the lab.
それならいいが。
Really? Well, that's good at
アイオン
least.
が鈴原空太のコールドスリープを解かせようとしない今、アイオン次号機開発の鍵はあいつだけが持っているんだ。
With Ion refusing to wake Sarada Suzuhara from cryostasis, he's the only key we have for the development of the next Ion
あいつ
model.
は特別だ。過去史の能力を持つお前よりもな。くれぐれも目を離すんじゃないぞ。
He's special, even more special than you. Even with your power of past sight. Keep an eye on him, alright?
はい
Sure.
頼むから出てきてくれよ夏彦
God, I'm begging you to come out, Natsuhiko. You are getting me in trouble. No. Aww. Baby Natsuhiko is cute. I'm gonna do it today, I swear. The box on the ground, full of determination. It wasn't just a box. Light the fuse and it would explode. It was a real genuine bomb. The girl appeared. She looked at me with blank eyes. She of all people had to know what this box really was, and yet she made no move to stop me. She was underestimating its power, no
そん
doubt.
な余裕の表情をしていられるのも今だけだ今回のものは出来が違う
Enjoy your last chance to act all smug and relaxed. This one's far stronger than the last few. I snapped my lighter open, lit the flame. Once lit, I had about a minute until the explosion. Not much time to escape, but I'd have to make do. If I destroy Ion, the reset will become impossible, then the world will be no more. Crouch down and let the flame lick the fuse.
夏彦やっぱりここにいたのか
Natsuhiko, so you were here after all. Another annoying
またアイオンを
distraction.
壊そうなんて企んでるんだろう。何度やっても無駄だ。
You're planning to destroy the island again, aren't you? It's useless no matter how many times you
そ
try.
んなことはない。今回は絶対にうまくいく。
You're wrong, it'll definitely work this time.
あのな、
Listen
お前も
here.
見ているがいい。この爆弾の威力を。
Ugh. You just stand by and watch. What is the power of this bomb I stayed up all night making?
この爆弾って
The bomb?
夏彦、なんだこの下でじりじり言っているやつは。
Natsuhiko, what is the fizzling thing on the
どうかしたんだ。
ground?
そんなことも知らないのか。
It's a fuse. Do you not know what a fuse looks like? Gah! Masamune let out a scream and stomped the fuse out.
あともう少しで爆発するところだったんだぞ。
What are you doing? It was just about to explode.
当たり前だろ。こんな近距離で爆発したら俺もお前も即死だぞ。
Yeah, you and I both would have instantly died if it exploded this
正義のため
close.
には多少の犠牲はつきものだ。
Some sacrifices are to be expected in the pursuit of justice.
俺はごめんだぞ。お前と一緒に心中だなんて。
Well, leave me out of it. Don't just assume I'm willing to go down with you.
騒ぎを起こしてまた牢に入れられたらどうするんだ。やっと出してもらったっていうのに。
If you make a fuss and get thrown in jail again, then what? They only just let you out.
あんな古びた牢、簡単に脱出できる。
That decrepit place. Escaping is child's
そ
play.
れよりも俺が警戒しているのは洗脳だ。お前のように世界に従順になるのはごめんだからな。
It's the brainwashing I worry about. I don't want to end up obedient to the world not like you.
だから島の人間に洗脳は効かないと言っているだろう。どうしてそこまで不信感を持っているんだ。
I keep telling you brainwashing doesn't work on the islanders. Why are you so skeptical? From my perspective, I was more curious about why Masamune could blindly believe in the world. The island took all past events, every incident, turned into data, and used it to decide each country's policies. Anything that might lead to war, such as weapons research and development, was restricted. Everything was homogenized, uniform, so that there was virtually no difference in each country's power. To keep the general public from figuring this out, they let them believe that they were advancing by their own merit. Certainly that might be what keeps the peace. No one's dying. There's neither hunger nor poverty. But it's all fake. I hate to break it to you, but there is still poverty. Oh yeah, he did say that it was still fake. The moment I had that realization, I had already become an outcast to the island. Everyone on the island just thinks it's right for the world to do what it does. For scientists to regulate other scientists. For scientists to engage in politics. As everyone on the island believed that this was right, I alone opposed. Everyone believed I'd fix Ion or make a new one. Their expectations made me feel nauseous. No one understood me. All I heard was criticism. I felt nothing but swirling anger within me. With each passing day, my hatred grew.
お前の言うこともわからないわけじゃないよ。
It's not that I don't understand what you're saying right now.
全てが悪いと決めつけるのはまだ早いんじゃないか。戦争や貧困をなくしたいと願い作られたのが世界だ。
But it's too soon to decide that it's all bad, isn't it? The world came about from the desire to end war and poverty. Masamune, I got bad news. It has done
世
neither of
界と
that.
して時代に干渉するのも戦争を繰り返してきたことへの反省と後悔があるからだ。
The whole reason why the world intervenes in each era is born from the guilt and regret of causing wars over and over again. Not anymore. None of those people are still alive. And the one that is needs to be made unalive very, very quickly.
それは前時代の人間が出した結論だ。今の時代の人間は何も知らない。全部リセットで消し去ったからな。
That was exactly what the people of the last era concluded. But the people of today know nothing. Because it was erased by the reset.
そうだな。
Yeah. Masamune tentatively agreed.
おい、いいのか、俺に同調して。お前の役目は俺の思想を変えることだろ。
Oh, don't get all sympathetic now. Your job is to change my mind, isn't it?
いや、まあ、お前が言うことも間違ってないからな。
I mean, well, I'm just saying you're not exactly wrong. I think there might be a typo, but I'm going to read it as written. Unlike me, Masamune was an outcast on the island. He wasn't stupid, but he was horrible at math and science. Of course, there were people aside from... Yeah, like me, Masamune was an outcast on the island. He wasn't stupid, but he was horrible at math and science. Of course, there were people aside from researchers living on the island. But since most of Masamune's extended family were scientists, he was somewhat of a black sheep. He was good-natured and caring, not duplicitous, didn't lie. Of all the people on the island, I thought he was one of the few good ones. He never pushed his opinions on me either, not like the others. But that was all past tense.
いずれアイオンの手先としてリセットしようとする人間に同意されても嬉しくない。
Agreement from one of Ion's minions means nothing to me. You desire the reset.
手先って。
Minion. The other day, Masamune was chosen to be one of the Espers. The selection of Espers is based on Ion's will. I don't know why he was chosen, but now he was practically my enemy.
俺のことはまあ、何とでも言ったらいい。けど、家族にまで心配をかけるんじゃないぞ。
Well, you can say anything you like about me, but don't go worrying your family.
あの女はお前よりずっと嫌いだ。
I hate that abusive bitch of a woman more than I hate you.
Natsuhiko!
Natsuhiko! Wait, did she just call his sister an abusive bitch? Maybe I should have taken off my gloves and... Nah, that's prying too much. Shit. I was the only one who was angry all the time. The only one who doubted, worried, suffered. I had what they call the family, but they never understood me. Masamune, the only person who did understand, was chosen to be an Esper. He was my enemy. Why was I the only one who had to live like this? I asked myself that question many times. I don't care what started all of this, I simply cannot forgive any scientist playing God. Life above all. Do they believe that nothing else matters so long as life is preserved? Does only past data get to determine the future? Do the people of today have no say in their own decisions? The cause of it all? It was pointless to think about. The only thing that matters is what you desire and how you plan to get it. That's how I decided to leave the island, and then I joined forces with him. Back to present day.
びっくりした。何やってるんすか、夏彦さん。
Whoa, you scared me. What you doing, Natsuhiko? Thick books and documents lay scattered on the ground. I must have dropped them. I could still feel the weight of the books in my hands. Setsu picked them back up and put the stack on the desk, grumbling all the while.
ぼんやりしちゃって。やっぱ疲れてるんじゃないすか。もう寝た方がいいですよ。
You seem pretty groggy. You're pretty tired, aren't you? You should go get some rest.
問題ない。
I'm fine.
本当ですか。別に俺一人で行ってもいいんですよ。女の子さらうだけだし。
Really? I mean, I can go by myself. It's just kidnapping a girl. No big deal.
貴様とロンだけでは信用ならん。
I can't trust you and Ron alone.
ひどい。そんじゃそろそろ出発しますか。
Hey, that's rude. So, you ready to leave?
とりあえず敵さんの真下まで来てみました。雲の影に隠れてるんで見つからないと思いますけど。
Maneuver us just below the enemy for the time being. We're concealed by cloud cover, so I doubt they'll be able to spot us.
ロンさんと連絡取れないですね。立て込んでるのかな。
I can't seem to get in touch with Ron. Wonder if there's been a standoff.
もう約束の時間だ。俺がノルンに降りる。接近しろ。
It's almost time. I'm boarding the Norn. Take us in.
はーい。
Aye, 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 aye.
まあ来た来た。まあ
Ah, here we go. New message from Ron. Let's see.
ロンさん何言ってるのかな。
Uh,
突き落とすってねえ。まさかそんな。
huh? What's this guy talking about? Push her over?
こ
Seriously?
高度何メートルあると思ってるのかな。どんだけ風吹いてるのか知らないのかな。
It's like he doesn't even know our altitude. And does he not know what wind shear
とりあえ
is?
ずふざけんなって伝えますね。
I'll just tell him to quit joking around then. Thought I heard something. I couldn't tell if it was a sound or a voice, but either way I had a bad feeling.
極限までパワーを落とす。
Setsu, bring our power down to minimum.
マジで言ってます。この距離感でこんなことやったら気流に飲まれちゃいますよ。
Huh? Are you being serious? If we try to do something like that from this distance, we'll get swallowed by the air
だ
currents.
から極限までと言っている。
That's why I told you to go to the minimum.
そんな極限試したことないですよ。
We've never done that before. I ignored Setsu's yelling and opened the door. A violent wind blew into the ship. Looking up, I saw the shadow of a woman gathering momentum. I jumped onto the ship's wing. I am not repeating that scream. The woman's screams were getting closer. He'd pushed her off the ship just like he claimed. I spread my arms wide, hoping to cushion her fall against my chest. Accidental princess carry. There was no other way to describe it than a miracle. The woman had lost consciousness, but she didn't appear to be injured at all. That brainless moron.
贈り物受け取ってくれた？
Did you get the present I sent?
貴様、俺が間に合ってなかったらどうするつもりだったんだ？
You idiot. What if I hadn't been on time? Did that thought even cross your mind?
間に合ったからいいでしょう。
Well, you were, so what's the matter?
そういう問題ではない。
That does not make it okay.
その子が死んでも別に大したことないでしょう。もともと能力者は全員殺すんだから。
What do you care anyway? If she dies, so what? You wanted to kill off all the espers anyway, right?
まあ、お前がその子の能力に興味があるのは分かってるからさ。だからちゃんと渡したでしょ？
Whatever. I know you had some interest in her powers, so that's why I made sure to actually go get her for you.
報酬はコンバットマグナムがいいな。あ、ステンレスはやめてね。シリンダーは破損しないように大きめの型で。
Oh, I'll take a combat magnum as a payment. Thanks. Oh, and none of that stainless steel crap, okay? 50 cal if you don't mind.
マジであの人ないですわ。今度ばっかりは死人が出ると思いました。
That guy is completely insane. I was sure someone was gonna end up dead this time.
俺の苦労が少しは分かったか。
Now you understand what I have to deal with.
まあ、でもほんと不思議ですね。なんでロンさんと組んだんですか？
It's still weird. Why did you team up with Ron?
二人とも性格も考え方も全然違うのに。ま、ロンさんが貴重な戦力ってことはわかりますけどね。
Both have such different personalities and thought processes. Well, I guess I can understand how Ron would be a valuable battle asset, I guess.
女の様子を見てくれ。操縦、頼んだぞ。
I'll go check on the woman. You keep piloting. Oh, shit. And that's where we're going to end this episode, fellow dragons. How long did I end up going for? Almost 2 hours. Not bad. Alright. Well, that's definitely the end of this episode. I hope things turned out good. Otherwise, I'm going to have to start all the way over. See you next time, fellow dragons. Bye.